going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be an interesting day. I'm going to go pick up some parts for the Evo 10. It's been a good month and a half or so up on inspection, so I need to get some things. It's really not like it's bad. I got to take off the spacers because the spacers are 1 inch, which is the max in my state for wheel spacers. I got to take those out, and I got to put a fog light in, and I'm going to show you guys my process of doing a inner and outer tie rod end, because my alignment guy, Clarence, he can't really get the jam nut free, so I'm just gonna buy all new stuff and just do it. So we're gonna take the GTR out and we're gonna go grab some stuff, because usually the Evo 10 is my daily. So I'm gonna, like I said before, I'm gonna take the Evo or the GTR out. I'm gonna take the GTR out, and I'm gonna film a little bit with my head cam to see if see how it's gonna look. Oh god, don't get a copyright strike, hopefully. But let's get it rocking, yeah. All right, guys. So hopefully you guys can see, hopefully. But this bad boy on. I gotta put my seatbelt on. Safety first, people. Safety first. So let's go see if we can't get some eyes or whatever. My neighbor just passed me, so let's go see what we can do. Hopefully it's a decent view out the window. But there's still a good amount of rocks and stuff. Oh, what is my neighbor working on? A little Mazda something down there. But I don't know. I'm gonna put the music on. And just watch me drive, I guess. I'm not even gonna cut away. I'm just gonna put the music on and I'll edit that out later. So funny story, people. Funny story. So one of my buddies, Chad, he's another GTR owner. He's got a really nice BCNR 32, and he lives out in Arizona, you know, and it's gorgeous like that all the time. And I told him that I got this car, and he warned me when I get into the normal car, the everyday car, just to remember the turn signals are on the opposite side, you know, like, because I've been driving this car every now and again, but I don't know, it's red. So since I drive this car a good amount, I jump in my car and everything's all mismatched because I'm on that side and everything is so weird. But I was just about to go for the turn signal stalk on the left, but thankfully I was good. So it was pretty funny, but funny story. ladies and gentle folks, we have our parts here, 2 outer tie rod ends and 2 inner tie rod ends for the Evo 10. So we're gonna get this back home and get this bad boy in the air, which is, you know, and get the wheels off and, you know, start getting it rocking here. So follow me on this journey. All right people, so we just got back from the store and we have all our parts over here laid out. Excuse my mess. I don't know why I get into one project and it goes sideways all the time, and everything is everywhere all the time, and I can't stand it. But anyway, we have our inner and outer tie rod ends here, so we're gonna actually start with that. We got the Evo in the air, and we're just gonna quick shake it down real quick, which I don't think there should be any issues, but no, there is none. So to check inner and outer tie rod play, what you do is you grab the wheel at 3 and 9 here, and you just shake it back and forth, and you're just looking for any type of play. And if you feel anything, like any type of slight, you know, you'll know what I'm talking about. It'll feel like it's not on all the way, like almost like a loose wheel or something like that. And if you feel anything like that, you just got to put your hand in the back here and put your hand on the outer tie rod end. And if you don't feel anything at the outer tie rod end, you feel for, you know, any kind of play or slop in the inner tie rod end. So I'm going to check the other side real quick, but they don't feel like they're crazy. I might actually just take these bad boys back. Yeah, there's really no slop or anything like that. So I don't know what's going on. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to clean these threads up and try to see if I can't move that jam nut, because I got my alignment tech telling me that he can't unjam it. So I'm going to just try to mess around with it, and if I actually don't need these inner and outer tie rod ends, then I probably just won't use them. So like there's no point in changing them if it ain't broken. So I don't know, we'll have to see. I'm gonna get a couple tools together, and I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse, and I don't know, try to get to work over here. Yeah. All right, people, so I got my my wheel spacers off. They're you know, your typical 20 mils, nothing crazy. They get the job done. So they actually make my the, you know, the wheel fitment a little flush, so I like it. These rotors have seen better days, pretty obvious. So I don't know if I'm gonna replace those soon, well, sooner than later. But I got a lot of pad left, maybe 5 or 6, 30 seconds, something like that. Let's see on the front. You can't really see in the camera, but it's probably around the same, like 5 or 6. So let's check the back. You know, mind you, we're going, this is like for inspection kind of purposes in my state. Your state might not be the same. Yeah, these have got probably like 7s in the back. So, I get comments, I get a few comments on why I had the GTR. Oh, well, the GTR is in the house, but I get a couple questions on why I had the GTR inspected, because it's a 25-year-old car and it's exempt and this and that. In my state, Pennsylvania, it doesn't matter what you drive. You got to get it inspected every single year. So, you know, I just don't want any problems. And having 25 or 20 mil spacers on my car, that's about at the limit there, you know what I mean? Like, I, you know, don't have a lot of emission stuff in my county, so I really don't have to worry about that. Like, I can have a nice exhaust, like, not really worry about it. But spacers, they kind of tend to, you know, blur that line. So I don't really want to get too much in trouble. I got to check all my headlights, which I know of one of my fog lights are bad. So I don't know if I'm gonna take the front bumper off, or if I'm just going to try to finagle my way in and try to change one of the fog lights. But they're HIDs, so I might just have to take the bumper off. But all the rest of my lights out back are good. My you know, license plate light is good. You know, all that nonsense. But the real reason why I got it up in the air is to take the, you know, the spacers off and to try to see if I can't get these jam nuts loose or actually replaced. Either one is fine with me, it don't really matter. If I gum up the, you know, the, what you call it, the threads or whatever, I'll just replace it, you know what I mean, and not really even give too much of a damn, because I already have the new ones, so it's not really that big of a deal. So let's get into that now. I'm gonna put it up in the air and try to free up some of these, you know, just the front 2 jam nuts. If I can do that and move the inner tie rod in and out, then I think we should be good to go. So and I'll just kind of keep them loose for the you know, the alignment tech, so that he can get in there and do his job the correct way. So let's get to that now, right? All right, people, so the driver's side we got cleared up, and it really didn't take that much effort. A couple, you know, squirts of penetrating oil, and a 21 and a 19 millimeter, you know, like opposite directions, crack the bolt loose, and you know, go a couple threads this way and a couple threads that way, just to make sure that the inner tie rod end is you know, free and clear, doesn't have any issues. And so there's no, I don't think there's any reason for me to replace this side at all. So, but this side over here, I gave it a little heat and I cracked the jam nut loose, you know, obviously with the same 21 and a 19, and it cracked loose, but the threads on this are just so rusted and gummed up that I think we're probably gonna have to replace that. So yeah, so we're gonna get into doing that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off, 17 mil at the top. We're gonna try to get the boot off, and we're gonna try to get in there and get this bad boy done, this inner tie rod. So we're just gonna replace the whole thing, the inner and the outer. We'll save the boot, we'll clean it up a little bit, and we'll go from there. All right, so just give me a couple minutes, I'll get my stuff together, and we'll start rocking on it. All right, people, so as you can kind of tell, I'm gonna angle this down a little bit. As you can tell from the last clip, I just broke this bad boy. So there was no way that anybody was gonna take this off. So, which is good that I actually got, you know, taking it apart. But now I gotta make sure I can get it around the same kind of, you know, thread as far as in and out. Because obviously, like, I got two Napa parts, and my Napa parts aren't really gonna be the same as OEM, obviously. So we're gonna continue with taking this bad boy apart. So as you can tell, I got the boot. I couldn't really take the boot off because the jam nut was in the way, and I was fighting with this bad boy here, the I don't know, like the clip that holds the boot on. So normally when you take these off, you just zip tie it back on, like whenever you get it up there. But we got this off, so let me get my tool. They make a special tool, but you can probably rent a tool from like AutoZone or something like that, just for doing stuff like this. But let me see, where is it? Here it is. All right, so this is a tool I use from Snap-on or Blue Point. It's WW500. It's just for taking stuff like this off. I'm pretty sure you can do other stuff, but you put a wrench here, and it's kind of got teeth here, and it goes through, and it just grabs it. Boom. So I just need to find which one this is. I think it might be like a 19. That's a 22. And we can make quick work of this. I can probably actually do this right on camera, to be honest with you. Let me see if I have my my extension here. Let's see. Perfect. So let's get this. Let's see if I can do. I'm gonna let it down just a little bit. I'm not super fancy. My lift is nice, but it ain't the nicest one you could ever buy. But it gets the job done. I love it. Thanks, babe. So anyway, all right, back to the action over here. All right, so all you really got to do is just make sure your one end is, you know, pivoting end is like this. Put it all the way back to the back so you have enough room. So mine like that. All right, that gives you enough space. So now I got to get my 3/4. Let's see if I can do this one shot here. All right. All right. I think I actually got it. Let's see. Yep, I got it. So, they're not on super duper tight or anything like that. There's some cars that have a like a collar that you can use, and it's specifically for not allowing these things to come off. But mine came off pretty. Looks like it came off pretty easy. So, well, somewhat easy. It's just kind of gummed up, so need another turn or two. Try to get this, but I don't need my 3/4 inch because it should be hand tight. So let's do this again. Yeah. Come on, boy. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see. It's coming. It's just kind of slow. All right, people. So we finally got it out. It was a pain, and it was only in there for like through like 3 threads, but it was tough. It was tough to get out, but I don't know. We got the new one here, so let's give that a quick look. See what we got. Oh, dropping stuff already. All right. So it looks a little bit longer, but I think even with, let's see what we got. Where's my nut here? Yeah, it's a little bit longer, just a little bit, which shouldn't be that much of a problem. It's maybe, I don't know, 1/2 inch or so, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But all right, let's get it back to time lapse. Yeah. All right, guys, so kind of a quick update, I guess. I was messing around with the dust boot on this one side that I've been working on. I got it all put back together. It's tight, but it's not, you know, it's not super tight. Just so that the alignment tech could do his job. But I think what I'm gonna do is try to do the other side. Even though it really doesn't need to be done, I think that the length on this side, this one side, is gonna throw that side way out of whack. So I'm just gonna replace them both and just call it a day. Just so that, like, it's already up in the air. I've already got all my tools out and stuff like that. So I'm gonna really just do the other side and just call it a day. So I'm not even gonna really film it. I'm just going to just do it. And I'll cut back when I got it all done, all right? All right, guys, so my update. You already know I got the passenger side inner and outer done. And I just got finished with the other side, inner and outer. I, you know, zip tied the boot up. I tightened up everything. So the last thing I'm really got to do is just put a fog light in. So that shouldn't take me very long. It's really just popping a light out because it's really just right there. It's, you know, right there underneath. So it's not really going to be that crazy. So this is where I'm going to leave this video off at because my battery is at 11%. So it's a cold, dainty day outside, but I've had the garage door open because the sun was out and there was no wind, but the wind's starting to pick up a little bit. I think it's supposed to rain. So I don't know. I'm going to take this off the lift. I'm gonna put the wheels back on it, and I don't know, I might move it over here, or I don't know, I'll figure something out to do with it. But I'm gonna put this fog light in and call it a day with this car, take it for inspection, and get my new inspection sticker. So like I said before in other videos, I post every 3 days. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll definitely see you on the next one. Holla at your boy.